guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Tiffany and I am so glad that you're here today. Today is a very special day because we get to celebrate the important men in our family or in our lives. Whether that's a teacher, whether that's a mentor, whether that's a father, a grandfather, any relative in your family that is a male, we are celebrating them today. So in honor of this special day, I thought I would take this opportunity to introduce to you the love of my life and soon to be father, my husband, Ben.
Hi, babe.
Hi. Here he is, guys, my husband, whom you may have seen in a couple of my videos thus far. And I thought that this would be a great time to introduce him to you guys, get to know him a little bit more, and get his perspective on fatherhood as he's soon to be a father. We're expecting our baby this fall. And I have a bunch of questions that I'm going to ask him so that way you guys get to know him and just get his perspective on fatherhood. So let's get started.
The word father makes me think of family. I think of the one that kind of holds the whole family together. He's the head of the family. He's the one that everyone looks up to sort of set the tone of like, how are things in the house? What are we gonna do on a day-to-day basis? You know, he's sort of that mentor and that leader in that capacity, and he's the one that is actually expected to make sure that everyone understands that they are loved and that they're part of a loving group. And so that's what I think of as the responsibility of a father. Honestly, I don't make any distinction between the two words. I understand that some people might say, oh, anybody who has a kid is technically a dad, but or technically a parent, but they're only a father or a dad if they're actually involved in the family. And I don't even go into that area. I would say that you can't separate the responsibilities of being a dad. When you have a child, you are a father, you are a parent, and there are things that come along with that. And if you are not fulfilling the roles that you're supposed to have, then you're just not being a very good father, but you're a father nonetheless. I'm pretty excited to become a father. I feel like I'm ready for it. I always expected, or no, not expected. Yeah, expected. I always expected that I would become a dad one day. I wanted to have kids. I just had a frame of mind growing up that like, oh, one day I might do this with my kids. One day I'll be able to teach this to my kids. And I have siblings that have kids. I have friends that have kids. And I just feel like I'm ready for it. Things that I always enjoy doing with my family or with my parents is when we would have days out, either on the weekend or during the summer. We would all just pack everybody up and go out and maybe just have like a picnic at a park or go to, you know, like a theme park or something like that, or take a day trip out somewhere. Since we're talking about fathers, in particular, one favorite memory of mine was with my dad that he used to take us fishing, and usually would be in smaller groups, you know, maybe me with my younger brother, or, you know, 3 of my sisters together, or my 2 older brothers together. But it was always something very exciting because it was not a typical day. We had to wake up while it was very dark out, get everything ready, get all our gear, and then we would go to a shop and like pick up stuff that we need. And we got to get snacks, which was not always something that we had in our house. And so I wasn't necessarily very good at fishing or looking forward all that much to just sitting in the boat, but just spending the time together and just making those kinds of memories was yeah, pretty important. I had a lot of toys that I enjoyed very much, but to be honest, the things that I played with was relevant to just the time that I grew up, you know, the things that were popular and stuff like that. So I couldn't really think of a specific toy that I'm like, oh, my child definitely has to have this because I liked it. But for me, it was more about like what experiences we could share. One of the favorite things from my childhood was going to a Christian summer camp. We would go, it was just for the daytime, and we had all kinds of activities that we would do, and we would play games, and we would have competitions, we'd go swimming, and we would learn like Christian camp songs, and those always had a special place in my heart because a lot of those songs that I learned, I only ever heard them at camp. It wasn't like I heard them in church or I heard them in other types of retreats or conferences, and so they just always have a special place in my heart. There probably were some books that were more meaningful to me at the time, but when I try and think back on it, one that stands out was a book called Never a Dull Moment by Sue Tarski, and it was just like all different kinds of activities in the book. Like each chapter, one would be all about like how to make up games or put on skits, how to like make puppets. There would be sections where they like have educational things where they're teaching you about geometry or teaching you like historical facts. And a lot of the chapters in the book inspire me to just use my creativity and go out and create my own things and like figure out other activities that I could do with my siblings and with my friends. And so that, you know, just like the title says, never a dull moment. I always found ways that I could entertain myself. I didn't have to be like, have constant attention, like something entertaining me. I was able to, you know, use what I already had learned in, you know, throughout my life or things that were inspired by the book. And yeah, I always liked that one. I don't know about most difficult, but certainly a bad experience that I can think of is when I was little, my younger brother and I decided to wander over into the neighbor's yard because they had this gigantic pile of like fallen tree branches and just like sticks and leaves and all kinds of stuff, and it was huge. And so we were just climbing up on it, and all of a sudden like just wasps just came rising up all around us. It was just like a wall just surrounding us all of a sudden, and we just looked at each other and we were like, run! And we just went running home, and they were just stinging us the whole time, and we just came like bursting into the door just like screaming, and we probably gave our parents quite a shock, you know. Looking back on it, I didn't enjoy it, but thinking back how it must have seemed for my parents, you know, they're just going about their business like any ordinary day, and all of a sudden the door bursts open and we're just screaming and crying, and we can't even like explain what happened because we're too hysterical. So I wouldn't want my child to experience something like that, and I certainly wouldn't want to be a parent and have that happen to my own child as well. Dad is always right. He literally would say that, and it wasn't necessarily advice to me, but to the whole family. And I certainly did feel like growing up that Dad was always right. He had the answers and he had the knowledge. And I would see throughout the years, you know, in TV shows and stuff like that, that dads were always portrayed as morons. You know, they were like buffoons. They couldn't figure anything out. They were worthless, trying to take care of the house. And I always felt like that's not how my dad is. My dad is capable. He can do things. And so my dad was always somebody that I could look up to. And I would want my kids to think that, yes, Dad is somebody I can look up to as well. And yes, Dad is always right. Welcome back, babe.
Yep. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed this Q&A with my husband, Ben. I hope that it allowed you to get to know him a little bit better and his experience of becoming a dad. Hopefully, we can get him in more videos on my channel. Also, I just want to let you know that he too has a YouTube channel. It's called Starts With Kitchen, and it's all the techniques and strategies and tools that you may need to know cooking in the kitchen in the simplest way. He has great food recipes, great drink recipes. We will leave his link in the description box below, so definitely check it out after this video. And as always, please like, comment, subscribe to this channel, and also share this video with a father figure in your life. This may be a chance for him to share some wisdom with us as we are becoming new parents. We are definitely open to advice or suggestions and just having conversations with you guys. This is a community that, you know, we just like to engage and connect with you. So again, I just hope that you enjoyed this video. I want to thank my husband for being here and being a good sport and this whole production. And as always, we wanted to thank you for being here. And we also wanted to wish the dads out there
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you guys, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.